started. I am very tired this morning. I drank a cup of coffee last night in the late afternoon. And usually I just drink straight from my Keurig type coffee, but we were out and about and I went to one of these coffee places and got a coffee. I don't know how much caffeine they put in that, but I couldn't fall asleep until after 2 in the morning. So I only slept for a few hours last night. So here I am on a few hours of sleep, but let's go ahead and get started. So I will tell you, good morning, Haley, welcome. I put some gel, I'll show you exactly what it is, in my hair, in the top part, just some of this noodle head. Basically, I just like how it gives it a little bit of definition, so you can kind of see that. I let it dry a little bit. I just like the texture. Otherwise, my hair is really soft. I have an old perm, but I didn't use it. It's old, and I just, it mainly just gives body at this point. All right, so I always start with back combing. Back combing is my thing. Basically, when you back comb, you want to get your hair by the roots. You're going to give it some fluff there, but you don't want it to show on the front half. So I always just pull a portion of my hair up, put the pick in like right near the, about 2 inches above, and then go down in the same area, holding tight. So you're gonna see how it puffs up right there, but yet you can't see it in the front. That's what I want. Do it again over here. Morning, Sandra, you're sweet. Thank you. I feel very out of it today. I'm gonna do it again right here in this part of the front, just because I do like a lot of volume. Morning, Ella. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are all doing well. I know it's gonna be a kind of crazy day. So we're excited about the opportunity though. We're just gonna make the most of what it is. So that's what you gotta do with everything, right? Make the most of where you're at and what you got going on. So anyway, now I'm gonna take some hairs from the front, quite a few. It's gonna be similar in the front to some of my other styles, just because you ladies seem to always wanna know how I do it. And then I'll show you a little bit different style in there. So if you don't have shorter hairs up here, if you curl them, they'll still look nice. I have shorter hairs because I've curled mine quite a bit. And so they tend to shorten up over time when you curl them your whole life, like I have. Okay, and I'm gonna pull my hair back into a ponytail. And here's one of the kickers of my tag. I will be showing this tunic in a few minutes, so my tag is showing. For those of you that don't know, I run an online boutique, The King's Daughter, where I'm going live from, because I know a lot of you share these hair videos. And so I show clothes on there, so you're welcome to come check that out after we're done. So I'm gonna use one of these big elasticy rubber bands, and I always kind of pull up on my hair before I put it in. So I got it tightly secured to my neck here, and then I'm gonna put in my rubber band. Hopefully you can see it, because I don't know what angle you all can see at. And I like my rubber bands to be really tight, so I actually pull that extra there. Okay. And I'm gonna secure it to my head, because I find if I don't secure it real tightly to my head, I get headaches. So now I'm gonna actually go to the root and pull up on these hairs. Now this is an art, because you don't wanna pull too much, but you wanna pull it enough so that you get that volume back that you worked hard to create in the first place, right? And so see how my hair just kind of has a little bit of texture. It's not completely flat or completely even. That's how I like mine. I don't like my hair to be completely flat, completely even. I'm gonna just put some of those flyaways away, pull up again. All right, good morning, Jessica. Hope you're doing well. All right, now we'll go ahead and do some of the fronts. I get it out of the way. I'm gonna curl this. So I use a Revlon cheapy Walmart curling iron. I'm gonna start here and I'm just gonna wrap it along the barrel all the way to the end. Making sure to get the end, although this end is gonna get put into my bun anyway because it's too long. So see, I made sure to get the end. I'm just gonna pull it off, let it sit for a minute. I'm gonna do that again twice here. Once again, going to the crown of my head. Hold it for like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Pull it. And again.
Sometimes I feel like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I know really ambitious young ladies who do this to their entire head, and it looks so pretty, but I'm not that ambitious and I don't have time. So while I do the back, I'm gonna let these kind of harden and set, because if they go from hot to cool and you let them set for a second, they stay longer, I find. And I'm also gonna drink some more of my coffee because gals, I'm thirsty. And tired. And so coffee is a helper. All right. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm trying to figure out which one I'm gonna do today for y'all. I'm gonna separate my hair into half and half. I'm gonna do 2 little buns, basically. I'm gonna leave the ends, actually I'm gonna tuck the ends in today. So I'm just gonna do like a regular bun, but my goal being, I want one on one side of my head and one on the other. You can see, I did a little bun here, just wrapped around itself. Now I'm gonna bobby pin it. And I use these big fat roller pins from Sally's. These are the best to me. So I put it into my head and over. I'm only gonna put 2 in because I'm gonna mess with this after. Top one in, over. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on this side.
It's gonna be weird. It'll be cool.
Create a bun. And I want loose buns because I'm going to mess with them. Now, if you don't have as much hair as I do, you can just do whatever version of a bun you can do. Or if you have more, we'll do a bigger one. And over. And over. Okay, now let me go get a hand mirror. I forgot one. So now I use one of these little hand mirrors so that I can look at the back. And while I'm doing that, basically I'm just going to be taking pieces and I want to kind of fold them over and pin them into different positions so they don't look like buns. I used to have a thing where I hated an actual bun. I mean, you could leave it just as is if you wanted, if that was your style. But let me show you. So this little loose piece here, I'm just going to kind of fold it around and pin it into a different way. So instantly, it looks different than just 2 little buns that I had. Take this one and pin it up a little bit. Or just a small one. Okay, I'm gonna do this without that here. So I'm gonna see this big bob here. I'm gonna take it up and over and pin it. Now I'm gonna look at it and see what it looks like. Good morning, Tara. How are you? So I don't like how this looks. I'm going to take an edge of this and bring it down and over. And this is just really personal preference. You can do whatever you want to your bun. Just kind of give it a different look. Like I said, I used to be really anti-bun, so. Alright, so now it looks, I'm going to pull this one up. See the difference in just that, leaving it like that versus pulling it up. So I'm not going to be able to see what I'm looking at. Anyway, I'm going to pull that up and put it in. We'll see where we're at now. Alright, so now it looks like this cool, elaborate little hairdo that looks like I really worked hard on. And I didn't. That's how I like it. I don't got time for all that knit jazz. Now I have a powder that feels loose here, so I'm just gonna connect that to my hair. Like I said, I'm really sensitive to my hair feeling loose. I don't do a lot of hairdos on the top of my head because I was in a bad car accident when I was a teenager, and so the top of my head has a very large scar on it, and it's very sensitive, and so it hurts a lot. Good morning, Sheila. If I put my hair up there, so I can do hair tutorials for you with it up there, but then I end up having to take it down right away for me because I'm not able to handle that. So now I'm just gonna kind of spray at this, make sure those pieces are put where they need to be, make sure I'm okay with the way it looks. All right, now we'll do the front. So I used to be able to wear my hair on top of my head, even after the car accident. So weird until I don't know, until a couple years ago, really. And what I guess happens is your scalp seems to shrink. So my scar used to be very large all around here, and then it's kind of shrunk right to the middle there, to the center. So now I'm not nearly as painful. Thank you, Michelle. So now I'm just gonna separate these pieces, you can see, and I separate them out, twirling them around my finger, not wanting them to be fuzzy. I didn't run my fingers through them because I don't want them to be all fuzzied up. I'm gonna spray them, and I'm gonna flop them over. Ready? Woo, that's always a moment of truth. Okay, flop them on over. Then you could just put them back like this if you didn't want anything in your face. I'm gonna pull out one or two, probably just one, two. Yeah, I'll pull that one too. And spray them over here a little bit. I always hold mine in the air. Hold them in the air and spray them. You're gonna get a lot more definition and just a little bit funner. Okay. Now I'm gonna put them on the base of my head here and secure them. If they were really long and I had lots of long ends, I would kind of roll those ends up and tuck them under. I'm just gonna take it, making sure with my little bobby pin that I get them all in there. I don't want those to move around. I want those to stay put. So you can see I put them towards the side of my head, and I'm just gonna mess them a little bit more to get them where I want them. I don't want to look that wild, you know. I'm already wild enough. So you can do whatever version of this you want. I mean, you could have it straight up crazy if you wanted, but you could just pull them really high and just let them be. Or you can tame them down a little bit more like I do. So when I put my fingers there and I pull up and I go like this, I'm basically waiting for it to dry kind of in the air. And so then it will stay that way. So you'll see I pull out here a lot just because I'm trying to balance it a little bit with the other side of my head. And we are pretty much done. Spray this curl a little bit more so it doesn't go anywhere. And there we go. Now I could have pulled the curl out here if I'm on there or whatever else. But today we'll just leave it like that. Now my hair does get a little bit insecure. So because I like my hair really tight, I'm just gonna try and put another bobby pin like right in the center, and that helped a lot. Just to secure a little bit more.
Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal. You're sweet. And you also notice that even though I never curled these, they kind of have a curly appearance because I just sort of pulled them out, and then there were that couple of curl pieces right there that we added to them. So it gives it a curly look. I use a lot of hairspray. You all can know that. I want it to stay in place. So pull this up. You can see it. That's how it looks from the front. So, alrighty, have a lovely Sunday. God bless you, and feel free to share the video if you know some people that would like to see new ways to fix their hair. Because you're always asking for the hair tutorial show. So figured I'd show you another one today. Alrighty, take care. God bless you.